Good afternoon. It's Friday, the end of the first week of the legislative session, and this will be the first of a whole series of legislative updates covering things not only of the State Bar own bills, but also of those bills that I think may be of general interest to our membership. The State Bar is sponsoring two bills this year. The first bill is the Transfer on Death Deed Act. It's a uniform law. We had some difficulties last year with some of the language, and we decided to go back to the drawing board on that aspect where we were not in compliance with the uniform law, and that specifically was creditor rights. And our subcommittee took a look at that, and we've decided to insert the uniform law language. And so that has been dropped as of this morning in the hopper, which means that that bill will be printed and will become public and online and available probably, I'm going to guess, next Tuesday. The other bill that the State Bar is carrying is the shared parenting bill. Now, for many years it seems, we've been fighting as an association the shared parenting bill. And the problem, of course, was the shared parenting bill was called that, but the drafts which we worked to defeat contain provisions that we simply couldn't accept. But we heard over the last number of years that the state of Iowa has shared parenting and that it works well down there. And so we contacted lawyers that are very experienced in family law and custody issues, and they confirmed what the Shared Parenting Organization in South Dakota has been saying, which is that it works down in Iowa, and why can't we do the same? Our Family Law Committee worked very, very hard for about the last 12 months, 11 months I should say, to closely examine the Iowa law, the statute, and then there's the Hansen case where the Supreme Court reviewed that statute in a contested case and also adopted some factors or considerations that the trial bench ought to use. And the Iowa Supreme Court did so to provide greater consistency regardless of where in the state a disputed custody case may actually be brought. And the Family Law Committee thought that there was some real merit in that. As lawyers, we know that the court could, under existing law, enter an order for shared parenting, and that's true. But there was some real merit in the argument that but there are no standards or considerations or factors for the trial bench. And in order to be consistent with other areas in domestic relations, we thought it's very appropriate to have some recognized and accepted standards. And so they brought those. Now, working with Senator Lederman, we provided a draft of that work product to him, and he was liaison to the Shared Parenting Organization, and he liaisoned with them. They brought back a number of suggested amendments, and we carefully reviewed those, not only the Family Law Committee, but also your bar commissioners. And we thought that a number of them had some real merit, and we included those in the draft of our bill. We think, at least our information, is that that association of shared parenting proponents are going to support our bill. They probably didn't get everything that they wanted, but I'm pleased that I think we're going to all be on the same side, and that the standards that are included in the bill will provide some consistency across the state. And so we welcome and hope that the shared parenting advocates are going to show up at the Capitol and support this bill. We were pleased that we were able to consider and integrate a number of their suggestions into our bill. And the most important thing, of course, is that we all are endeavoring to do what's in the best interest of the children, and hopefully this will help promote that. On an unrelated matter, much news media attention was given to some bad faith denials of insurance last year. I know the Argus Leader ran quite a series, and I can tell you that as of about 30 minutes ago, House Judiciary took that bill up. It's the primary consumer protection bill, giving the Division of Insurance some authority to have actual sanctions when they find that abusive practices, and that came out of House Judiciary. I'm going to say the vote was about 10-2, and will be on the floor next week. With that, the rest of the legislative session, whenever the last day of the week is, you'll hear from me. The next couple weeks we will be working on Fridays, so we'll be posting this sometime Friday afternoon. Thanks very much, and stay warm.